Due to a recent situation, a Big Ten coach has resigned. Brian Ferentz of Iowa. Brian Ferentz of Iowa has resigned. He had a deal going on with Iowa where if he scored 325 points over 12 games, they would keep him. And if he didn't score 325 points over 12 games, they would let him go because he hasn't done very well as an offensive coordinator at Iowa over the last 2 years, 3 years. Sure. Okay.
How long has Iowa not been able to score more than 10 points a game?
Exactly. He's at he's at 156 points for 8 games right now, leaving them needing 42 points per game for the last 4 games. And if you haven't been keeping track, that is significant, a significant number of points that they need. The real question here is if he is not keeping up his end of the bargain, and if Iowa is not scoring the points they need, why are they keeping him for the rest of the season? The only thing I can come up with is that they want to have a dual retirement party for Brian and Kirk. What do you think's going on, Mac?
No, I think you hit the nail on the head. I think that, with the cost of party supplies, cost of everything these days has just gone way up, So I completely understand that, they want to throw one party. It's just efficient. It's unlike his offense. It's just way more efficient, Way
more efficient. And that way they can the Ferentz family can just ride off into the Iowa cornfield sunset, past the barns, past the pig farm.
Yeah.
Right out there.
Right past the cornfield. Right past there. Look, okay. So Brian Ferentz, I every time I watch an Iowa game, my heart just sinks. Okay. And this is sad. A guy's losing his job. We're never happy about that. I imagine a lot of people in Iowa are probably pretty happy about that. And let's be honest, the guy's probably a millionaire, so he's probably going to be okay. That being said, I heard, and I cannot verify this, that he has NFL experience. So I feel like deep down, there's a guy that knows football. And you know what he needs? Is to be picked up by the Nick Saban School for Coaching Failures and to be rehabilitated by the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Saban, the football savant.
Are we talking about Alabama Nick Saban or Michigan State Nick Saban?
Alabama. What?
Well, remember, Nick Saban was at Michigan State for 2 really bad years. Not really bad.
Yes.
2 fairly bad years.
Yeah,
I have it on good authority that State fans do not like Nick Saban for that very reason.
Good. I don't like State fans. I like Nick Saban. I don't like them, though. I don't like State fans. Whatever. But anyway, all right. So more to a serious point, and then we can move off of this because it's dumb. This just goes to show you, nepotism is never the answer, kids. Never. They always tell you, never go into business with your friends or your family because it never ends well, and this is why. So Brian, fortunately for him, didn't report to Kirk, which is good because that would have been really awkward. He reported to the interim athletic director, and it was she who broke the news. Okay. But the news is not that he's fired or anything like that. It's just that he's not returning for not meeting this 325 goal. But what would be hilarious is if the offense just exploded the rest of the season and they destroyed everybody on their way to the Big Ten championship game, which they are still in play for because the West Division is still that stupid.
It's still on a 4-way tie between Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, and Wisconsin. All are 3-2.
Will he be the first coach ever to get fired for making a championship game?
He could be. And I should say 3-2 in the division, not in the conference. But yeah, that's crazy. I feel the need to point this out, though, in the reference to nepotism. That logo on your shirt there?
Yeah.
I believe there's more than one Harbaugh working on the Michigan football team.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, fine. So Brian Ferentz, will he be there? I don't remember. I thought I saw this. Will he be there through the bowl game then? Because they are bowl eligible, I believe.
Yes.
He will be there through the bowl game. So he's resigned. Yes. He quit. He doesn't really want to be there anymore. They're going to keep him through the bowl game.
He has no incentive to try.
No incentive at all.
Not that him not trying is going to be all that different from him trying, probably. But
yeah. It would be funny, though. I think you're right, though, because when you give up like that, the pressure is off. And he might just say, like, let's try this, let's try that. And you're right. They might just end up walking away with these last 4 games and just killing it.
I mean, yeah. Well, okay. So let's say that did happen. Would they take him back?
I'm afraid they probably would. And they'd probably make him head coach, and then next year would be worse. Because then he would start trying again, only to find out that he's trying too hard, and they lose all of their games. Not all of their games. It's Iowa. They're not going to lose all of their games. But
so, okay, really what they should do then is like, okay, so he just goes all out the rest of this season and just, let's try this, let's try that. And they win every game by 40 points. Okay. Iowa then says, all right, well, that was crazy. How about you be head coach? But here's the thing. They need to tell him that no matter what happens, he will never be fired. Keep the pressure off.
No pressure at all. Brian, just do whatever you want, man.
Iowa will rattle off like 3 national championships in a row, Georgia style. And then next time, before you know it, wow, I just stammered through like 5 different words. I think maybe, I don't know. I died for a second there. But then all of a sudden, Brian Ferentz is the head coach of the New England Patriots because Belichick is probably, I mean, he's very old. But anyway. Mark my words. 5 years right. 5 years from now, head coach of the New England Patriots, Brian Ferentz.
You heard it here first. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend watching football. Have fun watching football. Remember, #make football fun again. If you like what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. This is Big Ten Team Rivalry.